And this is who the people came to see. I got Alim Muhammad back on Head Kick Audio for the second time, head of his second professional fight. This fight takes place at RUF 55, August 26th, over at the Celebrity Theater in downtown Phoenix, Arizona. He's going to be taking on Trinidad at 145 pounds. First time out, we saw you, basically dismantle Pousson, an opponent that came in on short notice. But nonetheless, we still got to fight, and we got the W, and we did it in emphatic fashion. So talk to me about your preparations, how you and the boys getting you ready for 55 at 145 pounds. There we go.
Yes, sir. I must start by saying thank you. It's an honor to be back on with you ahead of another professional bout with a RUF. Fifth time in with this promotion. Feels like home. Preparation has been awesome. It's been a great summer training at both facilities with both coaches and teams. It's really come together. I've got a great balance on it between Siege and Legion MMA, being able to work with Santino and the group of guys that he has there, and then over at Legion with Coach Trig and Mario. Also, it's come full circle. The last year of cross training is kind of, there's a lot of feeling out process, and you modify things with opponents, time, schedule, life itself, But we really got into a good balance and a good rhythm this camp. I'm excited that I still have 3 weeks of sharpening up. The weight cut is where it's supposed to be. It should be easy as normal, and I'm excited to get in there and go perform.
Well, I can tell you, two of your training partners, and one of your brothers, Louis Abushar and Derek Frieda, they are telling me right now you are on fire. You are basically, for lack of better words, we've leveled up.
No doubt, and big shout out to those two gentlemen, those two names. They've been crucial in the process. Louis, my brother, and Derek, who has become that also over the last year. Two guys that I trained with separately, as I spoke on cross training between Siege and Legion MMA, and yes, they've been crucial. They're a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger, so they push me in ways that I know are going to make me successful at the 145-pound weight class. I look forward to being on the same card with my brother Louis, and then Derek. I'm praying that guy's been working his ass off. His diet's been so clean. He helps us all out in that aspect. The way he strengthens conditions is out of this world, and he's in on every team session. So you just pray that guy gets the opportunity he deserves.
Absolutely. And speaking of your brother, I don't know if you remember the bodyguard picture. I hope we get to replicate with some W's attached to it.
Yeah, man, actually, as I was getting into the DM on Instagram and getting ready to get on this call with you, I looked at that picture and I was like, hey, next one, we'll be both coming off some W's. It's coming full circle, man. It's real cool. Real cool. Louis is like my, I moved to Phoenix. I came to Phoenix back in 2017, and the first time I fought for RUF was May of 2018, and he was the first guy that I met, and we just kind of, you just click. It's a tense kind of dick swinging atmosphere at a fight, right? There's so many different teams. It's not just like any other sports where two teams show up and I got my guys and then your guys. It's like every man for himself throughout that weekend, from the time you show up at weigh-ins through the fighter meeting and through actually competing. But the way it was like, we just kind of clicked. Cool conversation. We both competed that weekend, and we're both Muslim. He actually completed Ramadan that fight camp and went on to compete. So that was really, really inspiring. That was like a big change for me as far as faith and preparation.
Well, we love Louis over here at Head Kick Audio, and I know they love him at RUF as well. Even outside fighting, just the way that you carry yourselves is, it's very cool to see, and it's also very inspiring the way that your guys' relationship is just so like compassionate. You know what I mean? You guys actually really do love each other, And it's cool to see from afar. You know what I mean? It's cool to see outside of fighting how you guys can care for each other that much. I think it's awesome.
No, I really appreciate that, and to have that again in such a competitive, borderline cutthroat game is a real blessing. It's a blessing from the lot, certainly, no doubt in my mind. And I appreciate the bit of time that him and I get to spend together, both training and inside of the fight atmosphere. Most people don't know this, but we're also signed to the same management agency, and inside of that agency, the guy that we really work with, hands-on, Richie, that's our guy. So it's really cool to come from 2018, just two amateur guys that we were actually scheduled. We were gonna possibly fight each other. I don't know if you mentioned that on this interview. Yeah, that was one of the names thrown out for my first fight with RUF, and it didn't pan out that way. He ended up getting the fight for the title, I believe. And then just to see 5 years later, here we are, both professionals, undefeated, signed to the same management agency, training and pushing each other on a daily, weekly basis. It's been really cool to see. I'm excited. I'm as excited to see just how much this blooms, how far we can go.
I'm very excited to see it as well. And you guys share another thing in common. After the 26th, you will have an opponent in common. Trinidad faced Louis Abouchar in the past. So has that been helpful in your training at all?
Kind of, with a grain of salt. We saw that Louis was able to finish him, how he was able to finish him. He came early. So what does that tell us? That it's possible. But also, I have good coaches. They're honest and they're diligent in their study and preparation. So Trinidad is, I think, personally, I'll give them the credit of being a little better than that showing with Louis. So we prepare for that. And I think I got a good fight in your hands.
Well, one thing is for sure, he stepped out of his comfort zone and up a weight class to face Abouchar. And again, I'm not really sure if that was like a short notice thing, or I can't really remember. So I'm not going to speak on that. But, signing to fight a guy who's that big, outside of your weight class is definitely, that's a scary thing to do in itself. And then,
Yeah, not to cut you off, but yeah, no doubt.
So, without giving away too much, I mean, what's your thoughts on the fight as, you're looking to get in the cage with this guy?
Nothing more than, as you just explained it. It's a shared opponent. It can, it's whatever. I got to do my thing. I sharpen my tools. We play to the best of, who I am, despite who we're in there with. And if we were to, I feel, in this camp, if we were to focus too much on that and give that too much light, it'd be error. It'd be some error there. We just prepare. We focus on what we do, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go be the best version of me. A lot bless him. Hopefully he can take that.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. If the best version of you shows up in the cage, even the not best version, I mean, anybody's in trouble. You know what I mean? Because you're pretty damn good. I think, you're also one of those types of fighters that, maybe you're humble. You know what I mean? I know what you're capable of. You know what you're capable of, but I put it in different words. You're a scary man. You know what I mean? Inside that cage.
If these people, you guys are afraid of what you see in there, that, that's on you. I feel nothing but a lot. I appreciate that, man. I go in there and I put as every fighter does, but I put my life on the line. But more than that, I put my pride, my ego aside, and there's no hesitation. There's no fear of messing up. There's no fear of what somebody's gonna say. I go in there to display the best version of myself and put on the show. And y'all do with that what you will. But my opponents do with that what they will. Just sign that contract and show up. I would hate. This is the second time we send a fight, so be there. Let's do this thing. Let's get these people what they want. The second poster me you want. So let's get it on.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is one of the fights that I'm looking forward to on the card the most, because there is history there, and it's fun to see how it unfolds.
I don't care about what him and Louis did. I've been ready to fight this dude since February this year. we supposed to do our thing in April, and he got sick. He had like staph or something. It was something real. But it's a blessing to see that he's healthy and he's a man of his word. Like he wanted this fight. Richie didn't have other options for me, of course, to get active a little bit sooner. I was ready to earlier in the summer, but he wanted this fight. Like, yeah, let's do it. Let's get it.
Like I said, we finally get to see it on August 26th, and I'm very excited for it. But one thing that comes with being on this show is we got to talk about after the fight. You know what I'm saying? So on August 26th, when the ref raises your hand and Dave Velvet announces you the winner, I want to know how we're going to celebrate with the victory meal.
Man, I'm gonna first, something real cool about August 26th. That's my father's birthday, and I'm sure that watching me compete is high on that list as far as things that he gets to enjoy. In this lifetime, he really he does. He enjoys the entire atmosphere of it, from the weigh-ins through the face-off, through the walkout. He is he's my biggest fan. My biggest fan. It's his birthday. He will be in attendance. So, that's on Pops. Actually, this time, how I like to do it. Like, I like my ice cream, like a nice medium rare steak after. But, I'm gonna let Pop handle that. We're going with Pop on to go and victory.
Love it, man. I love it. And you can't go wrong because the victory meal in itself is the W in front of Pops. I mean, that's
no doubt, exactly. Yeah, man, we're gonna celebrate this victory. Me and him will be in the mosque on Sunday, and yeah, just enjoying more life. We're blessed with the opportunity to do what we love. For me to be now making a living and doing what I love, and I've put so much time and invested so much of myself into, and required my family to invest so much of themselves into. So, yeah, just make the most of that opportunity. That's the victory meal.
Well, very excited to see you on August 26th. Given the fact that we're, more than halfway through the year, what's the likelihood that we see you back in the cage before 24?
Inshallah, man, that is in God's hands. Alim speaking from where I sit. My body is healthy. I'm durable. I think I can go fight 15 minutes hard, Hagler Hearn style, and still recover, get in a good camp, and compete one more time this year. So that's the goal.
Okay.
RUF treats me well, so inshallah, do it one more time, 3 times the charm.
Hey, I'm here for it, and I'll be there for it, and I'll call it, and there'll be many more bodyguard picks that are to be taken. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Victory pictures also.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. I love having you on the show. I love checking you out. I'm not going to take up too much time on the Saturday. We both got families to get back to, but before I get you out of here, before
yeah,
I get
man.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Shout out to Legion MMA. Shout out to Siege MMA, and then a handful of new sponsors that have really taken care of me, man. Really taken care of me and made it all possible this camp. La Garza Engraving, Lux Coaster. Those are 2 close friends, clients of mine that decided to join the team and help out, and then 2 larger businesses that are a little bit better established. DV's Trucking and Transportation. He's been a long time sponsor, kind of off and on, coming back on this camp and helping out, and then of course Pat's Canine Training. 3 fights in a row. That's an extension of the community that makes it possible for us guys to get in there come fight night. So big shout out to those 4 businesses stepping up and being a part of the team that's going around.
All right, and if anybody else wants to join the team, where can they find you?
Holla at me, DM me on Instagram. I got a business account.
All right. If you'd like to be a part of the journey, follow this man on Instagram. If you'd like to be a part of the journey, DM him on Instagram. Alim Muhammad, the Honey Badger. I cannot wait to see you compete August 26th. Looking for another W, another highlight. I mean, if your last outing was any indication of the type of fights that you can put on, I mean, you're great in the making. And I truly believe that.
Child's play, man. Y'all got a show coming in 20 days in a wake up. Be there.
All right, my man's August 26th. Before I get you out of here, is there anything you would like to get out into the universe?
No, man, we're coming for a highlight finish, man. I appreciate, everybody that's helped me along this journey. I appreciate you having me back for more exposure, asking the good questions, the stuff that people want to know. And I look forward to that bodyguard/victory picture with you come August 26th, man. Thank you.
I cannot wait, my friend. We will see you in just a few short weeks. Until next time.
Peace.